So now we're going to move on to part 3, which is where we're going to combine everything we've looked at so far in this lesson into this part. So it's going to be a little bit challenging, but if you've done all the hard work and you've really mastered what you've worked on so far in the first 2 parts, this shouldn't be too challenging if you start at a slow tempo. Now what we're going to do is basically use that scale approach to chord tone pattern from above, and we're going to improvise melodically and using this concept. Well, basically this is our main focus for this improvisation, but what we're going to do is move it across all 12 keys. So it's going to be a 12 bar progression, and each of the chords is going to last 1 measure each. We'll start with C minor 7 for a bar, then F minor 7 for a bar, B flat minor 7 for a bar, E flat minor 7, and continue through all 12 keys. Now there's going to be a couple of different MP3s for you to download, a slow tempo, a medium tempo and a fast tempo. But if you can really sequence this stuff yourself, so you can really start at a very slow tempo and just gradually work your way up. You know, I like to practice this stuff 3 to 4 times before I move on to a new tempo, but I always make sure that I'm very comfortable in that tempo before I move on. I'm not in any hurry to do this stuff. I just want to make sure that I can do it really well before I move on, or there's no real point in doing it in the first place. So I'm going to improvise now over 12 keys. I'll do a couple of times round, then I'm going to leave you to it. So don't forget there's a document for you to download and some MP3s too. Combine with scale degrees. Leave space. Use all the instrument. Okay, so once you're cool with that and comfortable with that, just move on to the next approach lesson. So don't forget, take your time, be really musical. This progression I was playing at 140, but I like to go up to 240 beats per minute, which is really challenging. I'm not suggesting that you go that fast, but you know, it's really important, first of all, that you can hear it and technically you can play it. But don't be scared to challenge yourself and push yourself, and just make sure you make a document in your practice diary so you know exactly where to start off, where you left off. Okay, I practice this for no more than 30 minutes every day, and I just keep going, and basically it's a never-ending lesson, but it's always progressing your vocabulary, it's always progressing your ears and your technique and your knowledge of your instrument. I cannot say enough good things about these lessons, so I really hope you get stuck into them and I hope you enjoy them. Okay, so I'll see you in the next approach lesson.